Okay. That's muted. That's muted. Let's get this channel, get this stream going. All right, let's see. Can anybody hear me? I have 13 viewers. 1-3. If you can hear me, put a thumbs up in the chat. Oh, I got some kisses or something. What is that? Okay. Yo, you're funny. Let's bring up the screen. All right. Got the light going. I think it's okay. It's all right. I think we're all right. So I've got so many conversations going. So let's talk about, we'll have a little chat about the state of everything right now. Just trying to make sure you guys can hear me. Somebody on YouTube or somebody let me know if you can hear me. Can people on the pump fund hear me? I just need one person. Just one person. Just say yes. I see you, Joe. I hear you. I need to get a monitor, an ear monitor. Okay. Here we go. Marco V. Let's go. Meme coins community. Yes. All right. Perfect. Good. We're good. All right. What's going on, everybody? We'll just get the stream kicked off. People can come in or they can watch it later when we replay it. But just a quick intro. If you don't know who I am, my name is Joe. I'm the founder of Bloxwap, which is it's a game. It's basically Robinhood meets Guitar Hero. So it's a tap trading prediction market where you make predictions on markets in real time with USDC. And we could do other stable coins, but we're kicking it off with USDC. So today we were supposed to do a demo today, but honestly, I got stuck with some stuff over the last 2 days. So I'll kind of give a little bit of an overview of what's happened since Tuesday, which is when I did the last stream. So there's been a lot of stuff going on in the background. The big things that we're trying to get set up for next week are the marketing campaign and making sure that that's going to go well, as well as making sure that all of the technology, all of the like engineering stuff is simplified. There's just like a lot of little things that we need to make sure from the product perspective work well. And I'll go through some of those today and show you how they're working. But I would say the big thing is just making sure the product is polished, making sure the product is working. So I'll probably do a demo tomorrow and give everybody the product demo, because there's a couple of things that are still not 100% the way I want them to be. And so I'm just not ready to hop on a big demo with everybody today, but we can do the practice mode for sure. Let's see. So in terms of things that we've gotten going, so I've reached out to a few people that are basically engineering teams to kind of help us, just give us support for stuff that we need. So right now we have all of our Helios enterprise support set up. So if you don't know what Helios is, basically when you have any app that talks to a blockchain, you need to talk to it through some RPC. And so Helios is who we're using. And so we have an enterprise agreement. So if there's an influx of people, or when there's an influx of people that hit the site, we should be able to handle the load of people that come and play the game. So that's a plus for that. We also have support from Magic Block, who's going to be running our ephemeral rollup, which is basically a way to speed up the transactions on Solana by taking a contract and locking it in this off-chain L2 kind of, and then getting the transactions to go faster. So, oh man, this hat is getting. And then I actually just reached out yesterday to the Pith team. And if you don't know what Pith is, it's a price oracle. So when you see the dots on the screen popping up, those come from Pith. I want to see if we can get a faster feed, because Pith actually does updates every 1 millisecond. And so if we can connect to a feed that'll get us updates faster, that'll be amazing, because it'll actually make the user experience look better, and it'll give people better, more accurate prediction results when they're playing the game. So that's another thing that's in process. We also did a submission to CoinMarketCap, so we should be on CoinMarketCap, I don't know, maybe by the end of the day, because we did the submission this morning. So then they say it's about 24-hour turnaround time. So we should be on CoinMarketCap. We still need more volume to be listed on Moonshot, but I've basically been told that the places that you want to show up are Moonshot, CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, and Dex Screener. And so we're already on CoinMarketCap. Sorry, we're already on CoinGecko. We're already on Dex Screener, and we still need to do Moonshot. Obviously, Coinbase would be nice too. I know Coinbase just changed their listing fees to make it free, but I think we still need more transaction volume, which means that basically once the token price goes up, then the volume basically is a multiple of the token price. So somebody could do a very small buy and it'll make it look like it's going up a lot. So that's just going to be a downstream effect of the people watching the pump streams and engaging with that. Then what else is there? So that's the second thing. There's also the marketing, right? So one big thing that we're trying to figure out is what our marketing plan is going to look like. So we have a few pieces that we're going to, a few things that we're going to do in terms of marketing. And so the first thing is that we're going to try to reach out to the people that we're partnered with in terms of infrastructure and just networking. So there's some people that we know. We're going to launch on Farcaster as a frame. And so we're going to reach out to some people over there, see if we can talk about the project over there. Obviously, we use Pith and we're using Magic Block. We're using Privy for the accounts, which I can actually show you. That part's working now. And it actually is really smooth versus what it used to be. We're using Circle. And then if we can get like Toli to pump, to like talk about it, it would be awesome. So that would be helpful as well. And then obviously the Solana Foundation, if we can get them to talk about it. We also are in the Coliseum Hackathon. So we'll post in the Coliseum Hackathon and see if we can get some hype from that as well. So Coliseum is an incubator and they basically do Solana projects. They're running a hackathon all month, all of October. So we're in that as well. The next thing for go-to-market is going to be the wait list. So we have 12,000 people who have given us their emails. And so we're supposed to be sending out a welcome email, I think like later today. But I'm going to chat with the mods and see what's going on. But yeah, we're going to be sending out an email to get people prepared for the mainnet launch and just get people hyped up about it. So the good thing is that these are people, I would say half of them have confirmed their email, but it's just going to be getting people to the site, getting people to see what we're building. And if people are excited, they've already shown intent that, hey, they're interested in this. So we'll send something out to them and see if we can get them excited about the product. So that's another thing. The other thing, I was just watching. Man, this is part of the reason I'm getting distracted is there's too much good stuff going on in crypto. So I was just watching Thread Guy's stream where he was interviewing CZ, and at the end of the stream, he's like, "Hey, if you got anything to promote, you're doing anything," he's like, "Hit me up, let me know." So I'm gonna hit him up. I actually might even go visit if he's up for that. Do like an in-person interview because I think that would be cool too. I actually saw him maybe like a year and a half ago at a FarCon event. It was kind of messed up, but because they didn't let him in because he didn't have a ticket. But he was also like just kind of getting started in terms of his career and everything. But yeah, he's big now. He's real big, and so I think it would be awesome to hop on a stream with Thread Guy or some of the other people and get some streams going. So that's another route that we're looking at. And if there's any other KOLs or people that that we can stream with that are not charging like 50 Sol and 1% of the supply or whatever, that would be cool as well. So we're trying to work with legitimate people that are actually trying to help build crypto projects and help get things off the ground. Let's see what else is there. Oh, social media campaign. So I think what we're going to do, so we've got a bunch of videos that we started to put together that are pretty funny. Maybe I'll post one later. I'll post one of myself maybe later today to try to get the hype going. But we're going to start a campaign where we want to market and we want to use basically create like some viral campaign. So we might start this thing that we're going to call the Bloxwap challenge, and it's going to be real straightforward. The goal is going to be to be doing. You're supposed to be paying attention to doing something else, but instead of paying attention to doing that, you're playing Bloxwap. And you can do this on practice mode, so it's really easy, and you can just get somebody else to record you. But we want to do a challenge. We just need to figure out how to structure it, and then have some sort of reward like 10 Sol or whatever for the person who has the best, the best videos or gets the most views, something like that. So we're thinking about doing that and then running it across Instagram, TikTok, and what is it? TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts, right? So if you have a big community there, obviously that'll help you when it comes to that. So that's another little thing we're doing. We're going to try to do. So it's going to be the Bloxwap challenge, and we'll put some information out about that probably like Monday well, actually we should probably do that today as well so people know what we're trying to do. But maybe we'll do it on Monday. That way the game can come out, people can play live, and then it'll also start building a little bit of excitement for the game. But I'll post a video today of me doing the Bloxwap challenge. And then the last thing is just, communicating via Twitter or I guess via X, and then, sending out messages on this platform X Pump, and just sending out messages via the old platforms, or not the old, but like the more crypto, I'll say more crypto native platforms, because part of what we want to do is, remember, the goal for crypto, we're supposed to be onboarding the masses, and there's barely anybody in crypto. So our target for the social media campaign is to target people that are not in crypto, people that are on TikTok, people that are on Instagram, people that are on YouTube, that are just not deep in the trenches, because that's how we're going to get people to use this tech. We want to build stuff that people can use. We're not just trying to build, research projects. So if we can do those if we can go with a social media marketing campaign and then do the community blast, I think that'll be also really good. The one thing that I was just thinking about is I want to make sure that we there's like a lot of stuff on my plate, a lot of things spinning in my head that I'm trying to get taken care of. So there's all that I'm trying to just go through. And then the last thing is, I would say, like the engineering progress, right? Oh, I guess there's also a lot of people that are reaching out. So we've got some some inbound from some pretty prominent people in the crypto space and pretty prominent marketers. And so we're just going through all of that information and figuring out if, like what the deals are, because everybody keeps sending me messages and they're like, we'll promote you and then pay us, 50 SOL, pay us 100 SOL, give us 2% of the supply. And I'm not necessarily sure we need to do all of that, because I think we'll be able to grow. More organically and just find people that actually are believe in the project and grow with them versus having to pay a bunch of people. But we'll see. And then so the next thing is the technical, or like the engineering progress that's been made. So I'm gonna, let's see, is this thing running? Let's go here. Yeah. So this page actually needs to be updated. I'm gonna be updating this over the weekend, because the game doesn't look, it looks kind of like this, but not really anymore. So I'm gonna be updating that. But this is our landing page if you haven't seen it. Oh, one question that people have been asking is, which modes are we going live with on Monday? And so we're going to actually go live with just the PvP mode, and we're going to figure out this PVM mode later. The goal is maybe either like raise money or find some way to hire some devs to get this to work, because this requires integration into some sort of perp dex or some sort of system where we can have the makers and the takers settle transactions in under, it needs to be fast. It needs to be under like 200 milliseconds because of how fast this game works. And a lot of the perp dexes right now aren't optimized for speed. They're optimized for like speed compared to, I would say like the original blockchains like Ethereum or whatever. But this thing needs to go a lot faster in order to work inside of the Bloxwap context. So we're going live with PvP, and I'll explain how the PvP mode will work just in a second. Oops. Obviously, it's built on Solana. We're using Solana, Magic Block, Pith. I think we're going to be using Drift, although people have been telling me about other perp dexes that we can use. And then there's obviously Circle, because we're using stable coins. We're trying to integrate into some of these social platforms. I don't know if we're actually going to be able to use Coinbase Wallet. I don't know if they support Solana. I'll have to double check, but they may only support Base. So I might have to get rid of this. And then obviously, what's going on with the market? Who's selling? Who's doing this? Okay, stop it. We need green candle technology. Okay, candle going up and to the right, and green. So that's this page. We've obviously got our docs page which kind of explains Bloxwap in 60 seconds. There's a little video that I made here. There's the roadmap. So we launched on Pump. These are our community channels. We're listed on Dex Screener and CoinGecko. We've got all this stuff, and then our first buy and burn is going to be at the end of this month. So that's that. We have our DevNet information. So this is how you can get tokens on DevNet and play the game on DevNet. Mainnet is not live yet. We've got the legal and privacy stuff. We have the rewards. So this is something that we're actually getting some design help on this as well, but this is something that people were asking about as soon as the token came out. Because when I first created the Bloxwap token, I was literally just making it just to start a stream. I wasn't trying to like on-ramp people or anything, but it took off. And I think the beauty is that the community has kind of embraced it. And so what we're going to do with the reward distribution is we have this 4-tier system. So 10% of the revenue that gets generated by the game goes to the team, 20% goes to the community, and this community is going to be in the form of things like what we're doing with the Bloxwap challenge. 20% is going to go towards that. 30% is going to go towards prizes, and this will be from people that are actually playing the game and winning and being successful in making their predictions. And then 40% will go to the buy and burn. So this will go to buying and burning the Bloxwap token, which should be a reward for all of the original people that are inside of the ecosystem, right? So, or I guess the people that are like the original token holders. So this is just a reward distribution, and then we go into the details in here. There's also the speculate page. So This is something that I just made in like a day, which kind of lets you see what would happen to the price if there's like a buy and burn. Actually, this is just simulates any buy. So if somebody bought $10,000 worth of Bloxwap, you'll see what happens to the price. It goes up by 12% basically, which is like it's a lot of money, but it'll change the FDV, the market price cap to this, right? So it'll go to 1.7 million, which I don't know, it's probably at 1.5 right now or something like that. So that's that. And then you can go crazy with it if you want. Somebody bought $10 million, which I don't know who's doing that, but if somebody bought $10 million of Bloxwap token, it would go up 12,000%, which would be crazy. And then we'd have a $21 billion FDV. So we'd probably be listed on some pretty interesting places at that point. So yeah, that's what's going on with this site. And then there's this brand page, which just has the colors that we're using in the game, but we still need to figure this out. This is barely started and needs a lot of work. So let's go to the actual game here. Live mode is not working on mainnet. So yeah, this is the game here, Bloxwap. And right now we're on DevNet or practice mode. So the things that we changed are, oops, just spent money. So one of the things we changed is this arrow here. This used to just be an error, but now if you click on it, it actually recenters the price. There's also a center price button down here, which does the same thing. And then you can lock the price centered. And I told people that when I had this on, it was interesting, but it kind of jumps around a lot. And it makes it really hard for you to get these consistent predictions. But people said they wanted to try it, so this is on here for right now. Like I said, if you've got any feedback or any questions, let me know on the Telegram. The Telegram, we have a marketing channel in there, and then we also have a feedback channel. And so this design right here came from the marketing channel inside the Telegram. Or sorry, the feedback channel, where somebody was like, hey, you should make it so that you can click here and center. So this is, you're basically making predictions, and then the price goes up, you click and you can recenter, and then you can just keep predicting. Although, okay, all right, Ethereum trying to go up. So yeah, I got one and then lost a bunch. So that's, this is the, other people are in here. We got 3 people in the game. So if you just go to bloxwap.com, the URL that's, I can't point over there, on the other side of the screen, you'll be able to, you'll hop in this game and you'll be playing with us. We're all playing together against each other. So, yeah, I just got $5. Oh, somebody's not winning. Let's go. All right, come on in here. Let's play. So yeah, the other thing we did is I simplified this. I think I talked about this last time. I simplified this. Oh, there's also a change that I made to the balance worker, which I'll show you in a second on DevNet. And then yeah, all of this stuff is pretty much the same. You can switch from practice to live mode in here now also. So it should be a little bit easier to switch between, real money and demo money. And the demo version, you have unlimited balance. So if you just click here, you can just keep adding money to your account and it just keeps adding. But let me actually go to DevNet real quick and show you guys where we are with this on DevNet. So this is DevNet, and on DevNet we've got the same thing. It's got the same price feed. There's somebody else on here, which is interesting. But yeah, we can switch. We can do the same thing here. And on DevNet, we can toggle between practice mode and live mode. So people are playing live on DevNet, apparently, or practice mode on DevNet. They probably don't even realize that they've got the DevNet link. So the DevNet endpoints and the live endpoints are separate. They go to different servers. Because basically how it's set up is that when you're testing on DevNet, I just want you to be testing on a sandbox that's like not real money. It can never be real money. You're not going to lose any real money. But then when you test on mainnet, I want to make sure that, or when you're playing on mainnet, I want to make sure that it's using USDC. So it's basically like continuous delivery. We have a staging environment and then we have a production environment. So this is the staging environment where You should not be able to actually lose any real money, but it'll look real. So if I switch back to live mode here, you can log in, and then we have social logins. So you can log in with Google, Apple, an email, or Twitter, which is what I used to test something earlier, or Phantom. And so if you try some of these, make sure that they work. But I'm going to just log in here and sign a message. And so once you sign a message, you'll be connected. Now, there's a screen before this that makes you top up your account and put USDC in your account and make sure you have Solana in your account. One of the things I'm going to be looking into today is actually to make sure that you need to have those accounts topped up, because I may be able to set up a gas sponsorship so that you actually don't even need to put any Solana in your account. You could just get in here, and as long as you deposit USDC, you can play. And that will actually make the whole experience a lot better. Like, see, this doesn't do anything, I don't think. Yeah, it just says that, but it's not actually sending any money, because this balance isn't going down. And this is what I'm fixing right after this stream. But yeah, so the what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so you're gonna have to top up your account. One of the things I want to do, and I'm gonna try to fix that today, is make it so that you'll have all of your transactions gas sponsored. So that way, if you're doing any swaps or playing the game, you're not gonna have to pay for gas on these transactions. So I just need to figure out how to get that set up. But I also added this card right here. So this is the public key for this account. And if you're going to deposit money, you can obviously click on this, and this will open up the Circle faucet on DevNet. And so you can go over here, click on this drop down, copy this account, and you see I have $72. I should be able to come over here, drop down, and then go to Solana DevNet, paste this number in here, and give myself $10. And then my $72 becomes $82, right? So the topping up and all this stuff is working on DevNet. Now Circle, I think you can only get $10 every hour or something, but you should be able to top up your account on here, and then you should be able to play once I fix this for actually sending the transactions. Again, you should be able to send the transactions back out. The reason that this is not working right now is because I migrated from when I was migrating from to using Privy for all the login and simplifying everything. I had to rewrite some of the code that handles the processing and this pre-signing of transactions and everything, and that just broke this. So I'm gonna fix this later today. But yeah, so there's that. But yeah, so this is what it would look like in live mode. You can click deposit on the mainnet. When you click deposit, it's just going to pop up like an Apple Pay thing that you can just drop money in. So it's not even going to send you to another website or connect to your bank account. And then here is the menu again. You've got your profile here, which I need to reattach this as well. Actually, let me make a list because I need to reattach this stuff after you start building. So let's see. I disconnected a bunch of stuff when I was migrating, and I need to reconnect everything. Reconnect profile. I'm taking notes. Connect profile. And then the other thing I need to do is also debit account. I think the debit and repay part is already working. I just need to debit the account. So yeah, this is your player profile. So this would show you your P&L, your win rates, all the predictions that you're making. And then there's also going to be a leaderboard. So the leaderboard will show, this is the profile account, and it'll show the same information, right? Like how you're doing in the game and what your status is. And this, I'm going to fix all this stuff today. So yeah, and then we've got leaderboards for each market, right? So you got the Solana one, the Ethereum one, and then the Bitcoin one. I haven't logged anything on the Solana leaderboard yet. And then you can go back to the game. So that's pretty much the current state of everything. Right now, I'm up for taking questions, but to be honest, I have a lot of programming to do. This thing needs to be done by... This thing needs to be functional, like fully functional by tomorrow. And then I need to make sure we got to do more testing and stuff like that. Because I told people we were going to do some testing today, but we don't have time to test today. So I'm going to be working on this today, tomorrow, Sunday, and getting it ready for live. And then also got to prep all the marketing and media stuff. So that's kind of where we're sitting right now. If anybody has any questions, send them up and I will answer. Let me go back to the main site because this will be, oh yeah, we got more people here. Uh-oh. Let's see. So we have somebody say, please DM me re PVM after mainstream. Oh, who's okay? I gotta find what's this person's name. Dead Epoch. Give me a second, because the way I see everybody's messages that come from X is I'm not actually in the chat. So let me see here. Is this chat? Oh, that's crazy. The chat went away, or the chat only shows up when you join. So let's see. Let me find Dead Epoch. Oh, there you are. I see you. Okay. I'll send you a message. I'm sending you a message right now. Don't respond. Okay. Let me go look at the pump feed and let me see if there's any questions over here. Nope. Just bots. Let's see. And then Arena. More followers. Hey, Jocelyn. I wish I could bring the Arena chats in here as well. I don't know if Arena has a chat connection API or something, but I need to figure out how to do that. But yeah, let's see. Oh, else it's USDC I sent. Oh, thing reloaded. So yeah, the other thing I want to also have people do is play on their phone, because I think it's definitely a different experience when you're mobile versus playing on the desktop. You know, like obviously you have to slide with your mouse up and down. When you're on your phone, you get to use your finger. It's easy to tap. Oh, and also if you want to make some tutorial videos on how the game works, I mean, it's not too complicated, right? Like you've got 12 or 11 rows here, each one for each one of these seconds. When you click, you're making a prediction that you think that's what the price is going to be once it hits this blue line. And if you're correct, you get paid out per the bet. And if you're not correct, then other people get paid out from the losses. So it's fairly straightforward. There's obviously other games I think we can build on top of this, but this is the core MVP that we're going to go with right now. And really the goal for this is to test the speed, I would say. You know, we need to make sure that we can run this thing quickly. And then if we add some sort of DEX or something for PVM that we have, that thing can run as fast as this. So those are the two things we're looking at right now. Let's see. Let me see if anybody's asking questions, because sometimes people post questions in the chat, in the Telegram. All right, nobody's in there right now. Perfect. All right, cool. Well, this is a quick update. Oh, here we go. When marketing. So we're going to start that. We're going to start the initial part of it today. I think what we're going to do, maybe I'll post it tomorrow, actually. That way it'll give us a second, because we're going to send out an email actually to 12,000 people today to get them up to speed with what's going on. Let me see if I can, is there a way to have, give me 1 second. Let me see if I can make like a notepad. Is there? Oh, what's that thing called? Excalibur. Here, let me bring this up so that we can have a chat. We can chat about it. I'm I'm gonna bring up. Give me 1 second. I'm just making a list of our marketing strategy, and then I'll let, or you let me know how, if you want to help in any of these. We need help. We need as much help as we can get. Everything obviously through the buy and burn comes back down to the token holders, but there's other places where people can get drive value. So how do I zoom in on this? Okay, cool. All right, let me switch this thing. Yeah, this is crazy. Hold on. All right, let me go back. Okay, so this is the marketing that we're planning on doing. So we have 5 things that we're looking at, and obviously, if we can get more, if people have more ideas, we're definitely up for it. So the first one, as I mentioned before, were the partnership posts. So these are companies, teams that we're working with that we're using their technology, and they're willing to help us by promoting it on Twitter. And a lot of these places, like I'll just name the place, I'll list the number of followers. So Pith has 295,000 followers. We use them for price oracles. Magic Block has 45,000 followers. We're going to use them for the L2. Privy has 43,000 followers. We're going to use them for the social login, which you just saw, and wallet login, all of that stuff. Farcaster has 220,000 followers. We're going to be a mini app in their platform. And the team over there is super cool, so we should be able to do promotions inside of Farcaster as well. Circle has 250,000 followers. That might be a little bit harder to work with, just because they're like big boys. But I think they'd be cool to get promotions with too, because we are running this whole thing on stablecoins and specifically on USDC. Solana Foundation, that would be legendary. They have 3.5 million followers. They're pretty much like one of the biggest accounts in the space. And then Toli, if we can get Toli to retweet it or recast it or whatever, he's got 635,000 followers. And I want to try to get back in touch with him. I met him one time just randomly. So I'm going to actually go back to the same spot after this and then see if he's there. The next one is this wait list. So we use this service called Get Waitlist, and you can actually see it if you go to the Bloxwap like live here, and then if you click play live, this service right here that's showing this notification, we have 12,000 emails that have signed up in this box here. So we're going to email all those 12,000 people and let them know, hey, we're going to be launching next week. Come check out the game, with some marketing campaign. And if you've got some copy or you've ever done this before, jump in the Telegram, t.me/Bloxwap, and let us know. So that's another thing we're going to be doing. And we're going to be following up with the emails every single, basically once a week. We're going to be like, hey, we launched last week. Hey, have you tried the game? Hey, come check it out. There's, no gas. And maybe do some sort of incentives depending on how it's going. The third one I was talking about earlier, which was scheduled interviews. Like I said, I was just watching Thread Guy's stream with the CZ, and it was really good. Obviously, I'm not CZ, so I'm not going to be some sort of like legendary, alpha for him, but I think it would be cool to talk about what we're building, why we're building on Solana, what we're trying to achieve with Bloxwap, and how we're trying to push the speed boundary on some of these crypto markets and really push the frontier of what trading can look like when you financialize some of these markets that are 24/7 markets, and how that differs from people that are trading right now in just the stock market or whatever. And then we're also trying to do a social media marketing campaign. So the idea behind this, and I think I'll post a video tomorrow, my first Bloxwap challenge, or I'll post a video along with the Bloxwap challenge rules. But basically, what we want is people to make videos and see who can drive the most traffic. But basically, the videos are going to be you're supposed to be doing something else, but you're playing Bloxwap. And we can do like AI videos or real videos. But let's say you're supposed to be like you're supposed to be driving and you're at a stoplight. I mean, don't do this. This is dangerous. Let me think of something that's not dangerous. Let's say you're supposed to be like ordering coffee, and instead of ordering the coffee, you're playing the game and you're not paying attention to the barista, right? Something like that. And so it can be like a 10-second video, but you don't want to show people the game. You just want to hear the noise, like the pennies being deposited and then the money, like the balances going back up on the back end. So I would say if you're going to do the videos, the easiest way to practice is on the Solana version. So if you go in the Solana market, so if you go back here and you go to practice mode and you switch to Solana, the price, because the price of Solana is $208, it's pretty stable. You can actually kind of do a lot of guessing and, kind of like guess in a row and be pretty right, way out into the future. Yeah, this is actually pretty easy. Oh, I went out of line. So yeah, you could make, we're out of money. More money. So you could record a video, and just use this, right? Which I think would be cool. But there's that. And we're going to do a challenge where we can see, on social media. So Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Reels to see if we can drive value, drive people to be curious about the project and then jump on board via that. And then just the community blast. So reaching out on Pump Fun and on X inside the community that we already have and in our Telegram, and just letting people know that the game is live. So this is what we have so far. Again, we're always open for new ideas. If you come into the Telegram, that's the best place to let everybody else know what we're thinking. So, or what you're thinking. So you're welcome. Let me close this. Let's see. All right. I think that's it. I have so much work to do that I need to hop off the stream and get back to the code. I heard a funny rumor. Somebody was like, I have a whole bunch of developers. I was like, where are they? Because I need them right now. Tell me where my developers are so I can send them an email, tell them to get back to work. But I think that's it. I don't see any other questions. There's no questions on Arena Social, no questions on YouTube or X. How many people we have 130 people watching on YouTube and X. And then there's no questions in the Pump Fun channel, just a bot that keeps posting, spamming every couple of seconds. But yeah, that's it. I think we're good. Got 4 people live on Pump. I think we're good. All right. Well, I'll be back. I might do another stream tomorrow once I get all this stuff put together. But yeah, that's kind of like the rundown for what we're doing right now. And like I said, we really would love your help. If you have any ideas, join the Telegram, t.me/Bloxwap, and we can chat in there because that's where we're doing most of our conversations. So, did I say we're getting listed? We submitted. Oh yeah, I did. I talked about that. So yeah, I think we're good. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. It may already be the weekend where you are, but we'll chat later. And yeah, our goal is to go live on Monday. That's the goal. So we're on track. Catch you later.